Peace, 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 peace. Welcome to a new day. Okay, so I hope that everybody is feeling blessed today. Emily, good to see you. That's a nice profile pic. Look like you're getting better. Blessings. Okay, so forewarning, if this room is dead today, I'm gonna go ahead and move over to TikTok. All right, so that's a forewarning. If this room is dead today, I'm gonna move it over to TikTok. Okay? Or I might go to YouTube. I might go to YouTube. Matter of fact, thank you. Definitely have been. I can tell. So there's some good stuff to talk about. There's some really good stuff to talk about. First thing, pray all is well with you. You know what? I appreciate you asking. People don't really ask me that often. This year has been hard as fuck. I mean, I got my ass beat this year. Big time. But I'm hanging in there. So it's like we're here right at the end of the commercialized year. We're about to begin the new year. And for my sensitive people, you can feel the shifting coming. You can feel the preparations. Like, there's a lot of strong preparations going on for next year. I don't think that anybody is prepared for what's coming. Like, when I say, listen, next year is going to be one of the most life-changing years in human history. You hear me? One of the most life-changing years in human history. And I knew that at the end of this year, something told me, like, I had a feeling that, and y'all, I'm gonna try to make this live like an hour, but we really got to get into it. All right, let's dive deep. So, wait, 1 second. I'm trying to pick some chill music to go along with today. But I'm trying to pick music that's like not copyrighted, so y'all give me a second. Because every time I choose music that's copyrighted, my video doesn't go up on YouTube, or it doesn't get monetized. Alright, so this is good. Okay. So I knew that when 2024 was going to be on its way out, that something was going to happen that acts as like a whistle. And the same thing happened, I believe it was in 2022, when Queen Elizabeth passed away, right? And for Jimmy Carter, the reason why his death is significant is because you got to go by the numbers. So this is just my perspective, how I perceive it, okay? So Jimmy Carter was 100 years old. Now, if you look at his age, Beyonce performing on Nimrod's birthday, listen, y'all came prepared today. Y'all ready to swing for the fences. Let's get into it. So Jimmy Carter, 100 years old. the number 100 symbolizes artificial intelligence. Because you have the 1 and you have the 0. Okay? 1 and 0 is binary code. So, blessings, fam. Blessings, Tahoe. So, 1 and 0, Jimmy Carter passing away, his age is binary code. Okay? That's one thing to get in mind. So, moving into 2025, one thing that you have to keep in mind, don't let me leave out of here without telling y'all the luckiest signs in 2025, like signs that are about to glow up, your life's about to change. Don't let me leave out of here without telling y'all that. Okay. So I could have sworn he was already gone. Listen, Bella Bell, bruh, when I saw Jimmy Carter pass away yesterday, I had to stop for like 5 minutes because I was like, yo, this is like the third time this nigga done passed away. I swear I was tripping. I was tripping hard, bro, because I know that Jimmy Carter passed away before, but I was like, let me not say this. People already think I'm crazy, so let me not say this, but I know that nigga already died before. Right? Am I tripping? Okay. Anyway, so I was like, they just keep retiring the same player. They keep retiring the same player. Richard Simmons, bro, no. Richard Simmons didn't die this year. Yeah, you playing with me. Bro, you playing with me, right? You playing with me, right? Richard Simmons didn't die this year. Richard Simmons passed away years ago. I know you fucking with me. Nah, you fucking with me. You fucking with me. Anyway, y'all tripping today. I know Richard Simmons passed away years ago. Nah, y'all, no. Y'all stop fucking with me. What the hell? Nah, we not doing that. Nah, bro, we not, hold up. Nah, we not doing this. No, Richard Simmons done. If y'all being for real, this is like the 5th time that he's passed away, bro. July 13th, 2024. Are you serious? Bro. Okay, let me check myself because Richard Simmons, I know that we were having the debate on his headband, right? People were trying to figure out if he had the headband or if he didn't have the headband, okay? So I know that was the debate with Richard Simmons. Now, as far as him passing away, I do remember at least a year or 2 years ago, people saying like, wait, he already died. So what the fuck? Okay, let me move on. Let's table Richard Simmons, but we're gonna come back because this is blowing minds right now. I was not prepared for this. Y'all gonna tell me The Land Before Time wasn't a movie now? Like, what the hell? Okay, so that just really took me off. That just really shook me. I wasn't prepared for that. Okay, so Jimmy Carter. Let's get Jimmy Carter. If you look into his gematria, now Jimmy Carter's Hebrew gematria is 6. Numerically, is 6. His English gematria is 9. His simple gematria is 9. Next year is a 9 year. So this is a whistle, right? This is coded. Matter of fact, we already know that Jimmy Carter was no more, but it's like they held on to the death to release it on a certain day. When was the death? Yesterday for Jimmy Carter? So if you look at the date for yesterday was 12/29/2024. So that's That's 13. That's 4. So why would they release it on a 4 day? That's weird. Anyway, I have to decode that. But one thing that I find interesting is that next year, but December is also 10. Right, right. Deca 10. But 4 is also mentality. 4 is also logic. Okay, so one thing to keep in mind for next year is that Pisces is going to be the North Node. Now, this is very important. Only because next year is going to be the battle for the subconscious mind. Oh shit. Y'all, mark my words. Quote me. The push for universal basic income, the push for putting AI into jobs will be 2025. Why do I say that? Because 2025 is going to be the year that not only is Pisces the North Node, but Virgo is going to be the South Node, which means that jobs... Yo, I was just watching that film last night, The Giver. That's wild. And then the volume got really bad. Then I started watching Strange Days, but I'm going to go back to The Giver. Matter of fact, y'all go watch Strange Days. If anybody's never seen Strange Days, side note, go check that shit out. Way beyond its time. Way beyond its time. It came out before The Matrix. It blew my mind. It's the first time seeing it last night. Okay, so 2025 is going to be the year that Virgo is the South Node. Virgo represents jobs. Virgo represents the conscious mind. Virgo represents service to others. Virgo represents managerial skills, your daily habits. So if it's in the South Node is going to be Virgo. Let me pull up something. Because this is going to go hand in hand with more babies being born. Now, there's going to be y'all, please go back to this video, right? Like sometime next year when this shit's going down. But the reason why next year there's going to be a heavy emphasis on birth is because Jupiter is going to move into Cancer, right? When Jupiter moves into Cancer, all of a sudden, everybody's going to be worried about abortion rights, giving birth, and people are going to start having babies, and birthing at home. So doulas is going to be huge in 2025. If you are somebody that is interested in being a nurse and you don't want to go through all of the, extensive routes of schooling, look into becoming a doula, because being a birth doula in 2025 is going to take off big time. Okay, so people are going to be at home having more babies because Jupiter is going to be in Cancer and the South Node is going to be in Virgo. Okay, and Virgo is going to be I don't know what's going on with my feed, y'all. Sorry. So what was I saying? Must be hitting the nerve with Instagram today. Oh shit. Mercury's at 18 degrees today, so some shit might pop off today, especially overseas with foreign powers. Look out for that. Um, so, here are some things to expect next year. Babies, thank you for keeping me on track. Babies, okay. So, Jupiter going into Cancer is not only going to bring in more babies, but it's going to bring in a emphasis on being at home more, which means that there is a possibility that a lockdown can take place next year, y'all. There's a big possibility that a lockdown can take place next year. And the reason why I'm saying this is because if you have Jupiter going into Cancer, that's going to be put an emphasis on security. The fourth house is what Cancer rules. So the Cancer rules over not only security, emotional security, but physical security, especially when it comes to the security of your home. So next year, people are going to be almost like infatuated with not only staying at home, but we're going to enter into a phase where people are going to like have online videos of turning their homes into like forts. Like it's going to be an infatuation with people constructing their own homes, whether it be out of a snow globe idea, whether it be taking like a bus and putting the bus underground and making like a tunnel, like a village underground. Like people are really going to take security back into their own hands. I'm not just saying this, y'all. Next year, people are going to start making their own homes more and more. Tiny homes, RVs, shipping containers. That is going to be the moving forward. What else? Another thing, so I'm going to sound like a broken record when I say this, but it is worth saying. Let me read some of these comments. You're always so spot on too. I remember a live you did months ago warning us about the earthquakes in Cali in 2024. They had record breaking. I appreciate you saying that. Because sometimes I be wanting to post videos with my predictions, but I'm like, oh, they go think that I'm conceited, or they go think that I got a big head, and I'm just giving myself a pat on the back. So that's why I always say, like, hey, just pay attention. It's not like I'm some type of wizard, or maybe I am. But listen, okay, so I might sound like a broken record when I say this, but the reason why next year is going to be one of the most important years in human history is not only are we going to have a changing of the lords. And what do I mean when I say changing of the lords? Bella, I appreciate you, Bella. I want to see your name more. The reason why I say changing of the lords is because Pluto's changing, Uranus changing, Saturn's changing, Neptune is changing. We're all changing. I think the two that are actually going to have the biggest effects are going to be, well, actually they all are, but Uranus and Gemini is going to be something. D, blessings D. Uranus and Gemini is going to be something that people truly feel. And Curly Rose, Emily, I would like to see you come back over to Patreon so that you can continue your learning and becoming an astrologer. You know that your fellow peers have been in Patreon for the past 2 years. I've been teaching them astrology for 2 years, bro. Now they're all astrologers about to go off on their own journey. So Emily, now I have a course. I don't have to be there physically to teach y'all. Side note, I have some of y'all sending me messages saying that you're going to sign up for the course in January. I actually made the course less expensive. So the course was $75, now it's $66. But for Kwanzaa, you get 45% off. So the course is only going to be like $30 or something like $30 while Kwanzaa is going. So use the code Kwanzaa, head over to astro5d.com right now, sign up for the course and become an astrologer. Start to read your own chart and other people's charts. It's like almost 3 hours of content that I recorded for you. It's like really cheap. It's like super cheap. Okay, so Uranus in Gemini is going to be really important because Uranus is us. Uranus is us. Uranus represents the sky. Uranus is Aquarius, right? So Gemini represents communication, conversation. Y'all, when I tell y'all that we are headed into some of the best days of our lives, oof, people are going to be coming together, speaking. We're going to fall back in love with language, with communicating with each other, with cursive writing. I'm telling y'all right now, cursive writing is going to come back big time. Magazines, vintage photos, home telephones, like home lines, landlines. I'm telling y'all, landlines are going to come back. What else? Letters, having pen pals. Pen pals is going to come back. But there's going to be something that happens, like a new app that comes along. A new app that comes along to where it's like you're going to be able to jump into people's live streams. Like, I can see it in my head. It's like it's going to be an infatuation with people going live, and like they're going to get paid for going live, and then people, it's kind of like how people go live now, but it's going to be like body cams. And then people are going to be doing stuff like, I'll give you like 30 coins if you go jump off that bridge. Like, it's going to be that type of stuff. Like, I'll pay you in cryptocurrency if you go and do this. Like, those type of dare type of stunts that are going to take place. Okay? That's going to happen. Another thing that's going to happen is keep your eyes on Neuralink and other things like Neuralink, because Pamela said that sounds awful. Neuralink is only the beginning, but there are other companies like Neuralink that's vying for your subconscious mind. You have to know this. 2025 is going to be the battle for your subconscious mind. What does this mean? Is that next year, BCI is going to be everywhere. Brain, computer, interfaces, everywhere. Everybody's going to be dropping one. Sony, Nvidia, whoever, like everybody's going to be dropping these brain computer interfaces where you can put it on and have a mind-blowing experience, like 3-body problem, like that level of virtual reality. Now, we're only going to, let me introduce this by saying that we're only going to start to see the beginning phases of it, the improving, the tweaks of it, so that you can start to see the full vision of it coming in. That's what Uranus and Gemini is going to be doing, in the same way that you're going to start to see the beginning phases of actual flying cars. Now, when I say flying cars, I don't mean that instead of getting a driver's license, you're going to have to get a pilot's license. That's not what I'm referring to. Pluto, like Uranus and Gemini, is going to go hand in hand with Pluto and Aquarius. Because, matter of fact, hold up, before I say this, I need to look at something before I say this. Because once I say it, I can't take it back. So while I'm checking on something, let me say this, that one second. Okay, so I said this in one of my last lives while I'm waiting for this to load. Pluto in Aquarius is the reason why you are seeing all of these helicopters, airplanes flying out or landing out of the sky, dropping out of the sky. Why? It's because Pluto represents death, like physical death. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Aquarius represents the sky. Okay? Aquarius not only represents the sky, but it represents air vehicles. So Aquarius represents spaceships, helicopters, airplanes. So what happens when you take Pluto? I'm giving y'all a super extremely basic astrology lesson on how to put two things together. When you take Pluto, that is the Lord of the underground, when you see Pluto, think of Hades. Does anybody know Hades? Pluto and Hades is the same entity. Okay? So when you take Hades and you put it into Aquarius, you bring in death to large groups of people in air vehicles. Okay? My internet is acting up really bad, y'all. I'm so sorry. 1 second. My service went out a little bit ago on my phone. Now my internet's acting up. I'm sorry. Give me. It must be Xfinity having something going on. Okay, so I just did it in my head. I don't need to check. So Uranus and Gemini is going to bring this. You know how people have been like, there has been like this formality clause that has been over people's conversation style for the longest, being politically correct. Well, being politically correct has taken a lot of people out of their sense of like normal conversations, meaning that the things that you want to say, you filter and you put the societal filter on there by saying, let me fix what I want to say because it's going to sound this way to society. That's going to go out of the window next year. People are going to say what they feel the way that they feel it, and it's going to come out very weird, eclectic, like be prepared for communication to actually, okay, so two things are going to happen. The first is you're going to have it's going to be like a shift, right? We're going to have a group of people, and this is only going to be the beginning of the shift. Oh, Amy? Yes. It's only going to be the beginning of the shift to where you're going to have people that are going to be online, that are going to be dedicated to speaking online. So this is going to be through VR. Well, let's just stick to VR because 2025 is going to be the year of VR. Okay. Now, this is not the first infatuation of VR. This is the second. Now, before I say this, think about the 90s. What happened in the 90s? 13th Floor, The Matrix, Strange Days. There's another one that I'm missing. You had a bunch of VR movies. And I might bring somebody up to the stage just so they can say what they need to say. Then I'll pause and then I'll continue speaking. But exactly, Jess, the internet. Why is my internet not working? What the hell? The internet. But not only the internet, does any millennials, and this is a biased opinion, but the millennials, we got to see everything. We got to see the birth of the internet, like the birth of it, even though it was here before us, and the birth of AI. We got to see the death of cassettes, the birth of CDs. Like nobody is more privileged than millennials. Anyway, so damn, I got so I started to boost up millennials. Now I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, okay. So there's going to be like two things that happen, right? So it's going to be a infatuation with virtual reality because I don't know if any millennials remember this, but in the 90s, we had virtual reality arcades. A lot of millennials won't tell you this, but in the 90s, we had VR cafes. You can go to an arcade in the 90s, put on a headset, and be in VR. Is this a Mandela effect, or do other millennials remember this? Am I on the island by myself? I know other millennials remember this, right? Right. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So we've already had this technology. This technology has been dormant ever since then. Okay. Now, virtual reality is the advancement of your subconscious mind. Virtual reality is the observation of your subconscious mind. It is the interplay. It is the virtual reality. It's like, okay, let me see if you get this reference. The dream realm, the astral realm, is like ayahuasca. Virtual reality is like DMT. Do y'all get that reference? Meaning that virtual reality is the shortened version of the astral realm. Okay. So when I say virtual reality is going to take over 2025, it's because Pisces is virtual reality. Now, let me fix what I'm saying here because you're going to get conflicted because a lot of people are going to think that Aquarius is virtual reality. Yes, Aquarius is virtual reality. Pisces is the correction of virtual reality. I hope that makes sense because Pisces is the true subconscious mind. Aquarius is the artificial subconscious mind. So that's why I'm saying it's going to be a split. There's going to be a split of the naturalist, people saying like, no, the pineal gland has everything that you need. We're going to use our dreams. We're going to use intuition. We're going to use clairvoyance. We're going to stick to the natural ways. Then you're going to have the artificial naturalists saying like, no, but AI is here to help us. We can use AI to break down the dream realm. We can use AI to make us better. So it's going to be the pineal gland versus the artificial pineal gland, right? So that is what the North Node and Pisces is going to do. It's Jupiter against Saturn. That's another way that you can look at it. I hope that wasn't too. Why do I say Jupiter against Saturn? It's the great battle. It's the great conjunction because Jupiter rules over Pisces. It's the natural ruler of Pisces, the traditional ruler of Pisces. Saturn rules over Aquarius. It's the natural ruler of Aquarius. Okay. And then you're going to have Neptune going into Aries, which means that, y'all, the inventions are going to be so mind boggling that people are not going to know where to turn to first, which meaning that we're going to jump like 20 years in 1 year. We're going to reach the singularity, which means that everything that we thought was science fiction back in the 90s is going to be reality today. Why do I say that? Because Neptune, alternate levels or alternate versions of reality, that's what Neptune is. Neptune is the fifth dimension. Neptune is the astral realm. Okay? So when the North Node is the direction of society, the trajectory of society. So in the same way that we go through perfection years, we change the poles every so often. And so when we go into a new year and we reach a new pole shift, the direction, the trajectory of society changes. It's been Aries. And so it's been a lot of new innovation, a lot of new direction, right? And now that it's going into Pisces, it's going to be a lot of virtual reality. It's going to be a lot of let's talk about dreams. It's going to be a lot of let's introduce new drugs. It's going to be a lot of, oh, wait, why are new asylums being built? Why are hospitals being torn down? And why do we have a nursing shortage? Why do we have these med beds? Now, the reason I brought in med beds is because you're going to have new inventions surrounding the medical field. Neptune represents the medical field. Don't worry, I'm going to put this live on YouTube. Um, so when you take Neptune and you put it into Aries, you're going to birth new experiences, meaning that they're going to have controlled trips, meaning that you're going to be able to go to a lab and take ayahuasca for like a day and be paid for it. Mad bags are the matrix. Man, y'all cooking today. Okay, so I had mad beds on my predictions. I believe if y'all go back on Twitter, I think it was for 2022. That was my mad bed predictions. They already have them, meaning that you can lay down in a device. Artificial intelligence says, oh, here's the source of your cancer. Zap, 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 zap. Curing cancer with radio technology. A black woman has already came out, I believe this year or was last year, and said that she has the technology to kill cancer with radio waves. Okay? That's going to be announced next year as well. So something that only happens, I believe, every 52 years. If I'm getting this mixed up, y'all forgive me. But Neptune is going to interfere with Saturn. Now, this only happens every, I believe, 52 years. And Uranus is going to intercept Jupiter. And that only happens, I believe, every 14 years. Okay? Now, these people might not think that these are important, and I'm not going to go fully into details because whenever I start to talk too much about astrology, y'all start to leave. So I'm going to spare the details of what that means. But for my people who are really interested in astrology, just know that when when Neptune does interrupt Saturn, you do have this delusion that comes in with people thinking that they can handle more than they actually can, right? Don't let me forget to tell y'all signs that are going to have it really hard next year, and signs that are going to have it really easy next year. Okay, so continuing on with this, look into what the founder of Spotify is doing. He's doing something in the health tech, which is similar to what you're talking about. Oh, really? This makes me think about the Internet of Bodies. That could be what you're talking about. Training with Pat. And Pat, I appreciate you always showing up, bro. I always see you here. And much love, bro. Jess, which signs? I'm just gonna post this comment, Jess, so that or pin it so I can come back to that. Um, Now another thing is Saturn going into Aries. Oh my God. Uh, Man, man, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Because not only do we have Neptune going into Aries, but we got Saturn going into Aries. War, bloodshed, ugh, God, bombs. Um, which, if the war does happen, which all signs are pointing to war, all signs are pointing to war. I mean, like a heavy one too, a heavy one. With Uranus going into Gemini, Neptune in Aries, Saturn in Aries, we're not going to make it out 2025 without bloodshed. I'm sorry. Um, but I can say, though, that the only thing that worries me about 2025 is, well, Pamela. Y'all, it's like one mind today. We are linked today because the things that I'm gonna say, y'all already saying. So we here, okay? That's my Saturn natal. Oh yeah, Emily, you're about to go through your Saturn return. Okay. Do y'all remember? Before I say this, I have to go to the bathroom. Y'all already know. Y'all already know I do this. Okay. So y'all give me a second, and I'll be right back. I'm coming back. 1 second. Whew. How many of my neurodivergents wash their hands like 20 times a day? Mm. Okay. So, health tip for all my people that have a infatuation with potato chips for 2025, instead of eating potato chips, okay, it tastes it damn near just as it got seasoning. Okay, okay. So, do y'all remember those nuclear commercials that they were dropping? I think it was last year or the year before. I think it was in California. They were trying to tell people, what is that? This is y'all don't judge me. This is spinach. I know spinach is hybrid, whatever. It's spring mix, so it's like red leaf, is butter lettuce, is baby spinach, is radicchio, is arugula. I love arugula, y'all. I can eat arugula like no. Anyway, it's not important. Um, do y'all remember those nuclear commercials that they were dropping? Um, I want to say it was 2022 and 2023. Maybe Kel Crisp. I always see the Kel Crisp, and then I put them back because I'm like, this little ass bag is gonna be done in like 5 minutes, bro. Like, no way. Anyway, I believe that they were conditioning people, getting people ready for some type of nuclear event, right? right? Great on black bean burgers. Listen, don't get me started on, yo, fam, Tahoe. I'm gonna hit you with a recipe on black bean burgers soon that I came up with in Costa Rica. Like fire, fire. Let me try to copyright that thing first. Um, but let me try and stay focused here. Um, so the thing with so okay, if war does happen, there is going to be, I know you big tourist vibes. I know big recipes for you. There's going to be something that happens, especially at the beginning of next spring. Big war talk. It's almost gonna be like people are going to be scared to go outside in a way, and something's going to happen to cause people, definitely cause people to be afraid of traveling. Now, I will say that although not everything that is a conspiracy is nefarious, um, there is a strategic plot to get people to scare people out of driving. There's more money in if you didn't drive than there was if you did. Now I know you probably think like, well, but we got to buy cars. They make a lot of money off of us buying cars. They will make. Oh shit, my computer just died, and I need that music. I need that music. I'm neurodivergent. Give me 1 second. I can't do it live without no music. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it live without no music. I'm already awkward. That would just make me super awkward. All right. Okay. So I forgot what I was saying, but we're just gonna get right back into it. So, um, there is a so think about it this way: with Uranus going into Gemini, like I said earlier, that is going to be the flying car, right? Now, Pluto going into Pluto in Aquarius means the rebirth of air vehicles. And this is why think back to the Boeing incidents that took place. Was that this year? Was that this year the Boeing snipers? I think people forgot about Boeing. Boeing was out here like low like high key off. That's not funny. Boeing was out here offing people, bro. Like an airplane company was hiring snipers. Did anybody else remember the shit? So, um, what we're seeing, what we saw at the beginning of this year with Pluto and Aquarius, and what we're seeing now with all these airplanes going down, you're going to continue to see that, and it's going to scare people out of flying, right? I've been talking about this for a while, uh, and so Uranus going into Gemini. Gemini represents cars, represents vehicles. Think of group travel. So, you know how Elon Musk just debuted those, what are those called? Those Tesla buses, the group buses, that's going to be a thing. Group travel, Uber, but on a bigger scale. And the thing that's going to to really grab people is that it's not going to cost that much. It's not going to cost that. It's going to be damn near free. And that's how they're going to get people to give up their will to drive. You listen, people are not going to want to give up their Camaros, their Mustangs, their big trucks. And you have people that literally aren't, that will fight to drive. So drive is still going to be a thing, don't get me wrong, but the masses are going to be group traveling. Okay. And that is how a lot of people are going to be stuck, because with group traveling comes group death. You know, if you're on an airplane, it's only so much you can do if your plane's going down, unless you're like paranoid, you made your own parachute, you know? Road trips. Road trips are going to be huge because I have to remind you that the South Node is going to be Virgo, y'all. People are not going to be working as much as you think they are. People are not going to be working that much. It's going to start off with the 4-day work week. And then, oh, you can go back to working from home, maybe bring some lockdowns because of this new bird flu thing that's going around. Side note, I did a live back in 2022 when we warned y'all about these bird flu cases. We literally told y'all. I think it was me and or what's her name? It's, forgive me, I can't remember her name right now. But this, I think that was the second live I did with her. The first live we did, it was in 2021. We were talking about the COVID and how it was being introduced to the food and stuff like that. But this bird flu is through the food. That was 2 years ago. We told y'all about that. Um, Speaking of, we're going to revisit the bird flu. Oh, the badge. I appreciate the badge, man. Sometimes I'll be thinking like, do they be listening? Because that brother need to get paid. The hood healer. No, it wasn't the hood healer. I don't really talk to the hood healer anymore. We had like a falling out. We had a falling out. Much love to her, but no, not her. I can't remember her name, but pretty much. Matter of fact, let me. Okay, I have like so many things to answer. Y'all don't let me forget to talk about the bird flu. The bird flu. Um, Fuck it. Let's just talk about it right now because I will forget. Okay, so do y'all know about these? Oh, the market is open. Um, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna trade today. Let me think to what I was gonna say. Y'all, so they've been having all of these recalls like listeria, salmonella. Yeah, I'm a I trade, but don't let me fool you. I'm not like a big trader or anything. I got a very small account. I'm in the beginning phase of trading. I'm not even good yet. All right, so I'm kind of a trader. But once I really start to study the market, I will consider myself to be a trader, and you'll know there will be signs. There will be signs. Why does he have a unicorn in this? Anyway, so these listeria, salmonella, all of these recalls is directly connected to the bird flu. Y'all know that. Y'all know that, right? You're a long-term trader. Oh, we gonna have to link up on that. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something real quick. Let me show y'all another way that they're getting people sick. Wait, did I have it on here? Wait, 1 second. Let me pull it up. So I took this photo the other day. That's a photo out my window. Do you know what that is? Usually out my window you can see high-rise buildings. That's fog, my G. That's fog. So how else you think they begin to sick? Does anybody remember that movie, The Mist, when fog was killing people? All, all flu goes back to influenza, Spanish, bird, influenza. Yes, crazy movie. All those viruses, they just went missing from the bio lab in Australia. Okay, so here's another thing. I tweeted this back in, I think it was, who cares, a couple years ago, whatever. So I said that 2025 is going to be the year of death and sickness. Now, I swear I'm not a pessimist. I'm not. I actually have my son in the ninth house. I can't be a pessimist. All right, I'm an optimist. But it is what it is, meaning that if the South Node is in Virgo, sickness is going to be a thing. Health is going to be a thing. And if the North Node is in Pisces, a lot of people connect death with Pluto, even connect death with Saturn, because Saturn will unalive your ass. But also Jupiter. Listen, I know y'all probably thinking like, what the hell? Jupiter is the epitome of I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Let's not forget what Zeus did, y'all. Zeus is a G. Like, okay, go and read up on Zeus and a lot of his stories and how he manipulated his way into things and how he killed his way into things. That's Pisces. Pisces is ruled by Jupiter traditionally. Okay, but in the modern times, Pisces is ruled by Neptune, meaning that Neptune welcomes you to death. Jupiter also welcomes you to death. But if you got somebody in your family who's an elder, if you got somebody in your family who's sick, find ways to document their story, interview them, ask them questions, get to know them, document their story, take photos, because chances are they're not going to make it to 2026. We're going to lose a lot of elders, y'all. Um, the ocean is going to be very active as well. Like, more so, the ocean will be more active in 2025 than in the past 10 years. Take heed to what I'm about to say. If you plan on stepping foot in the ocean in 2025, more specifically when the North Node is in Pisces, which is going to happen any second now. The North Node is retrograding, but it's going to quickly go into Pisces. Do not step foot in the water unless you have permission. You've been warned. Do not step foot in the water unless you have permission. Don't get on no boat. Don't go on no cruise. Don't even fucking stare at a lake or a river. Sorry for cussing. I just had to get my point across. Because this is not the year to play with the water. Permission, meaning you go to the water, you ask, "May I enter?" Intuitively, you get the answer, yes or no. For people that are aware, you know, you've done this and you know. Damn, can't even look at it. Listen, you said the ocean stuff this year and all kinds of things start happening. Exactly, but next year more so. You thought this year was something? Shit. You thought this year was something. Next year, you're going to fear the ocean. You're going to be intrigued with the ocean, but a lot of people are going to fear the ocean. There's even going to be new animals discovered, more specifically, new underwater species. Everybody's going to be infatuated with the water next year. Saturn's going to be Neptune's going to be into Aries. And the reason why you shouldn't step your foot in that ocean is because Neptune and Saturn are going to retrograde back into Pisces. No, 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 no. That's not a time you want to play. If my computer is working, I can tell you when that's going to happen. Matter of fact, if anybody here that's on Patreon, you've already seen the video. I've done the breakdown, posted on Patreon. Um, for my people on Patreon, I do like astrological breakdowns and I give you kind of dates of when things are going to happen. Like if you follow me on Twitter, I did something different this year and I put up two different prediction lists. One list is based on astrology and then one list is how I normally do it. It's all intuition. Now, the list is based on astrology. I give you a date for each month. That date is a date to look out for each month for headlines for something to happen. Okay, so if you go on Twitter, that list, I give you 12 different dates for each month. So either I'm going to be wrong every month or whoever. It doesn't matter if I'm wrong or it kind of does matter for credibility purposes. But let's just see what happens because I've been saying this for years. 2025, fuck, they got to be alive because nobody nobody's ready, and we're only 2 days away from this bitch. I mean, commercially, because y'all know the real 2025 happens in the spring. Um, man, can I just say I'm grateful for y'all. Y'all going off today. This chat is popping today. I had a dream of a spaceship, and I was watching everyone looking up in awe, and then a spirit took me to the water, got to the bottom of the ocean, and then said, "That's what humans." That's an interesting dream you got there. Why is my internet That's so weird. We're technically in the year 1024. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, how'd you come up with 1024? Oh, I was just reading a comment. I was just reading a comment. Or maybe you're asking them about their number. I'm ready. I need a huge lifestyle change in 2025. D. Okay, so let's talk about that real quick. Um, Man, shout out to this coconut oil. I usually don't put coconut oil in my hair, but like it's doing its thing today. All right, baby. Shit, it smell good too. I got this new shampoo. Anyway, um, so let me just get into this question, this pin comment, the signs. Now, the signs that are going to have a hard time in 2025. First one is going to be Aries. And when I say signs, y'all already know I mean rising signs. Whenever I'm talking about signs, I'm always first talking about rising signs. Okay? All right. I sometimes talk about your sun signs, but I'm not a sun sign astrologer. Um, so, the rising signs that are going to have the hardest time in 2025 is going to be Aries, first and foremost. First and foremost. Um, Virgo might have a hard time. Um, Aquarius. So Virgo, Aries. When I say Aries, um, my heart goes out to Aries because that's. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not Aries. You go get your ass beat in 2025. If you're a rising Aries, yeah, you about to get your ass beat. Um, and you can do it. I've been getting my ass beat this whole year. This has been one of my worst years of all time, and I'm still here. It might not look like it, but I got beat the fuck down this year. Um, it's not worse than my 2015, but this is a runner up. But Aries, you gonna have it like Scorpio Risings had it this year because you're going to have Saturn in your first house, and you're going to have Neptune in your first house. So two things are going to happen for Aries. First, you're going to be confused about where the fuck to go and what the fuck to do and who you are. And you're going to feel restricted. You're going to feel like you can't do nothing. You're going to feel like you can't express yourself. You're going to feel um, like all eyes are on you. Um, like your back is up against the wall, being forced to choose like a direction when it comes to your legacy, when it comes to your public image, when it comes to who you are. But the reason why it's going to be so confusing is because you're going to have Neptune in your first house confusing the hell out of you. This is the same as somebody having an ascendant at the 12th, well, almost at the 12th degree, because I got mine at the 12th degree, but I'm saved by some other stuff. But at the 24th degree, or if you got, you know, if you're a Pisces rising, or if you got Neptune in your first house, like Pisces risings, like they be confused a lot of the time about where they're going and just what they be like la la la. So that's gonna be like Aries rising in 2025. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, Cancer is going to be one of the luckiest, blessed divine signs in 2025. Um, Cancers are up. Geminis are going to be up at the beginning of the year. Um, Geminis at the beginning of the year. Cancers at the last of the year, or like the middle to the last of the year. Um, Pisces, Pisces, you're having your star moment. Um, Pisces is going to be having their star moment. Um, Pisces and Cancer are going to be main character energy. Yeah, those are just some signs that are going to have it pretty bad. Um, Now, let me say this for my Scorpio risings, stay away from large animals for 2025. Don't do it. Stay away. I want to ride that horse. No, you don't. No, you don't. You better turn your ass around because that horse is going to kick you in the face. For 2025, if you're a Scorpio rising, I'm not being funny. Stay away from large animals for real. Um, what else? If you are an Aquarius rising, the reason why you feel like your skin is shedding, the reason why you feel like your old identity is dying, you're becoming a new person, is because that's quite literally what's happening to you. Aquarius rising. That's literally, literally, literally not a problem. That's easy for me to stay away. Bella, are you a Scorpio rising? You know we the best. You know we the best people. Um, we're intense people though. We're intense. It's why I don't have a lot of friends. We are so intense. People don't know how to deal with a Scorpio rising. You gotta have. We don't know how to. Listen, let me just say this: to be a Scorpio rising and to have Pluto in your first house is not for the weak. Belly, welcome, Belly. We were talking about signs are gonna have it hard next year. And I said Virgo risings are going to have it hard. Aries risings are going to have it hard. Cancer is going to have it great. Gemini is going to have it great. Matter of fact, if you're a Gemini rising right now, you're having a great time. Lights are on you right now. How do you feel? How do you know what your rising sign is? That is a great question. I'm going to get to that. I'm just need to go back for a second. So I saw some questions. Why are Cancer risings blessed in 2025? Cancer risings are going to be blessed in 2025 due to Jupiter. Jupiter is going to be direct in Cancer, lending blessings to Cancer. Okay, so this is especially true for. Oh wait, side note. I'm so sorry. I just had a random thought. This has nothing to do with nothing. Did did Doom come on last night on HBO Max? Did I miss that shit? I'm sorry, my brain just does that. So, Jupiter is going to be in Cancer, lending energy to Cancer. Now, if you have Cancer in a cardinal house, and if you have planets there, this is also going to benefit you. Meaning, if you're a Cancer rising, or if you are a Libra rising, Capricorn rising, Aries rising, right? If you have Cancer in a cardinal house, you're going to be blessed. Okay. Um, I'm sorry, I got off track because you can't speak about Scorpio risings without talking about how great we are. Pluto transforming my identity with Aquarius rising. Oh, Emily, you are an Aquarius rising. See, this is why you need to come back over to Patreon, because I got a whole message about this for y'all next year. Um, matter of fact, matter of fact, for the entire year of 2025, I will make Patreon membership $1 if I get 2 more badges in this video. Um, I've been preparing 12 years to 2025. Damn. Shit. Last 4 years with a listen. For anybody who has their natal Saturn in Pisces, you've been going through it, bro, for like the past 3 years, especially since the beginning of the pandemic. This has not been your time, but you're about to get redemption. How do you know what your rising sign is? If you go to astro5d.com and you spend $30 and you get the course, you won't ask this question no more. But if you go to astro.com and you enter in your information, it's going to give you a birth chart. And your first house, there's going to be something that says AC. That stands for ascendant. That's where the planets rise. That's why it's your rising. On the other side is your descendant, and that's where the planets descend. So on your rising side, the eastern hemisphere of the chart, that's where your rising sign is located. It's close to something called your east point. Okay, east point, eastern hemisphere. Um, Having a Virgo sun, eighth house stellium. Oh, damn. You know, your eighth house tells you how you're physically going to die. Just thought I should enter that in there. Um, what planet are you on? There's so many ways I can answer this question. My Scorpio rising girlfriend keeps seeing horses all the time. What do you think that means? It's been crazy with the horse symbols. It de- it depends. Pat, that is a great question. And dream interpretation is going to be one of the topics of 2025, Pat. Meaning that people are going. Matter of fact, there might even be an app created specifically for dreams. I won't even be surprised if there's an app that's created for dreams. But dream interpretation is going to be big. Now, Pat, I'm not sure if you're talking about if she's physically seeing horses or in the dreams. But something I just went to dreams. Uh, so while we're here, dream interpretation is going to be huge in 2025. So getting a dream journal now is going to put you ahead of the curve, because everybody's going to be saying, "Oh my God, get your dream journal" in 2025. But if she's been seeing horses physically, you would have to look at her natal chart, because I wouldn't know without it. Oh, Pat gave me a badge. Man, I appreciate that. Like, more than you know. Every comment y'all leave me, every badge, every positive DM. I'm a Cancer sun. I'm a Scorpio rising. That shit means more to me than y'all will ever know. For real. I got a Cancer in the 12th house, personally. Ooh. So, Jersey Dreamer, for you, for 2025, keep your head on a swivel, my G, because you're gonna have some hidden enemies popping into your life. But for you, what I just said about dreams is gonna be more important for you because you're gonna have Jupiter in your house of dreams, Jersey Dreamer. Bella with the badge. Oh. Are the horses always a particular color she sees? Oh. Tahoe with the badge. Man, I'm so grateful. Saturn and Pisces, ninth house with five Scorpio placements. Damn, we're the same. I got five Scorpio placements. After all that, I'm ready for this Cancer rising glow up. Yeah. Um, let me just say that next year people will be more in tune with their feelings. There's going to be a huge spiritual awakening next year. Huge. Don't know why I'm pronouncing the H in the huge, but it's going to be that big. Kimberly with the badge. Oh my goodness, I'm feeling the love. I'm feeling the love. Gemini Sun, Virgo Rising, Cancer Stellium. Oh, ooh, your life is about to get so good. Matter of fact, if you're a Gemini Sun, you're already experiencing like that. You're already experiencing this emphasis on your communication, this emphasis on your, like, you want to learn new things. Like, side note, I love Geminis. Like, I had an interaction with a Gemini the other day. We got in a good conversation, and I didn't ask for a number or anything, but I was just, it was a like platonic experience, but I was just thinking damn, like I can like Geminis are great conversationalists, very intelligent, like extremely smart. Like Geminis are like y'all are some like special people. We appreciate you, bro. Ah, I appreciate you saying that. You brighten my day. You brighten my day. You, we like, we here. Um, I'm a Virgo rising, Scorpio, Gemini. Oh, I see a screen name Chronos that pops up. I love. That's a good. That's a good screen name, Chronos. I love that name. How will the Pisces placements be affected by Pisces North Node? So Pisces, you know how y'all usually feel like this y'all feel drawn just to like this energy that's pulling you somewhere, and sometimes you don't quite know where it's pulling you, but you know it's pulling you. My Pisces people. But the thing to recognize about a Pisces is if they're going somewhere, it's an instruction, because you don't really see Pisces move unless it registers in their subconscious mind. Like sometimes you might think that Pisces is just out here like la 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 la, and they do be Scooby doing like that, but a lot of the times they Pisces have arguably one of the strongest intuitions of the zodiac if it weren't for cancers. Extremely like in tuned, especially with dreams. So when it comes to how they're going to be affected by the North Node, they're going to feel this pull. They're going to feel this pull to in a way like to be leaders. Like you're going to have a lot of Pisces people step up because that's a lot of the energy that's going to be needed. That ethereal, that cosmic. That's Pisces. Pisces are the ethereal priest, the ethereal high priestess. Pisces is the higher octave of Mercury, right? So to be a Pisces, to have Pisces placements is a blessing in itself. I don't have any Pisces placements. I love my fellow Geminis. That was sweet. Pisces moon listening in. Oh, if you a Pisces moon, you can read the room better than most. Like, damn, this Spanish got crack in it. Um, the only thing with okay, so here's the downfall of Pisces. Here's the downfall of Pisces. You thought Virgos were a people pleaser. Pisces, y'all gotta learn to cut it off when you know it's done. That's something that 2025 is gonna teach you like no other. Cut it off when it's done. Pisces is the type of person to keep a spoiled bottle of milk because they don't want to feel like they wasted their money. Bro, it's spoiled. Throw it away. The relationship is done. That person does not like you. They're your hidden enemy. Why can't you see this? That's Pisces. But in 2025, everything I just said is going to be playing out in your life more so than ever. Cut it off. They're not here for you. Cut it off. They're your hidden enemy. Listen to your intuition. Pay attention to your dreams. That's the year for Pisces placements. Second house, Cancer. Hello, Gemini rising. Scorpio moon. Ooh, you be lying sometimes. If you're a Scorpio moon, you be lying sometimes. I was raised with a Scorpio moon. Libra 12th, Scorpio rising. Gemini moon. Gemini moon. Ooh, so you love a good letter. You love a good letter. You like to go to your mailbox and seeing that somebody wrote you a handwritten letter. You be getting so tingly inside if you saw that shit happen. Speaking of what I said earlier about pen pals, it's 10:12. So I'm a I'm gonna try to be out of here, y'all, in like 20 minutes. Got some charts to read, some orders to make. Even though it's like that in between time between like Christmas and New Year's where like you really just chilling, you know, like people you know. So I might be here 20 minutes, I might be here for whoever, whatever. Same, I don't have any Pisces placements either. Like, listen, the way that I am, if I had Pisces placements, I would be way more distracted. Or like not distracted, I would be way more like instead of having 1,000 thoughts at once, I would have 1,000,000 and it would be impossible to speak to me. I already got Pisces in my fifth house. I already So flirting with me is a dub. Did he just flirt with me? I don't even know if I flirted with you. I don't know. You let me know. I Are we dating? I don't know, bro. I like your hair. Like, as my ex girlfriend, how we ended up together, I have no idea. She adopted me. Um, that's the Scorpio rising though. That's the Scorpio rising. They have no idea if you're flirting with them. They literally don't. Uh, Sorry, y'all. My dad tried to FaceTime me. My dad called twice. I had to answer. He just wanted to tell me a joke. Yo, shout out to my goofy ass father. Um, as an eighth house Pisces moon with a grand trine between Mercury, Pluto, you're not lying about our intuition. Oh, another badge? Oh, man. This be like the most badges I've gotten all year. I appreciate y'all. I have Venus and Virgo. Ooh, Venus and Virgo? Listen, I got a message for all my Venus and Virgo people. And it goes a little something like this. Leave them alone. Let your partner do what they want to do. Stop nitpicking. Stop trying. If they chew the gum in a certain way, if they don't take out the trash the time you want to, like, I know that y'all mean well. In Venus and Virgo, y'all love language is acts of service. I know. I know. But the thing that gets me about y'all is that you won't let your partner be. It's almost like you have to control them in a way. I promise you, Venus and Virgo, if you embody the characteristics of a Pisces, your partner will love you better. I promise you. I promise you. Libra Sun. Okay, let's do an experiment. Let's do an. Oh, shout out to the people that just purchased from the shop. Okay, I don't know who you are, but I appreciate it. I get a notification every time somebody buys something from the shop. So, yay! But let's do an experiment. Anybody that says they're a Libra Sun, no, no, no. Well, it can be a Libra Sun, but a Libra Ascendant. If you see anybody post Libra in their top three, go look at their avatar. I guarantee you, their avatar is going to be beautiful, like makeup, face card. Like, this is why astrology is never wrong, because you would never catch a Libra ascendant looking like they don't leave their house without being done up. They don't go to the bodega without looking their best. That's why I love astrology. It's the same, like you won't catch a Scorpio rising on any given day without wearing a black ass outfit. Um, not not we be lying. I'm screaming. No, y'all do be lying. Listen, I swear y'all mean the best. But Scorpio moons is like sometimes y'all be so fascinated by y'all stories that you believe them. But don't get me wrong, Scorpio, Moons are incredible liars, but it's not something that you want to be good at, because Scorpios are masters of the psychology. There is no sign that knows psychology better than a Scorpio. I will put $1 billion on what I just said. Okay? So, if you have a Scorpio rising, sun, or moon in your life, and they read you, they give you a read about yourself, believe them. Believe them. Unless they got, unless unless they got certain placements that makes them the devil. What gets a Mars in Cancer in the 12th house motivated when it comes to business? That, you see, that depends on the aspects to your Mars. But I will say, Mars in Cancer in the 12th, you should have a fish tank at home. Inspiration will come from having a fish tank. Inspiration will come from invoking conversations with the ancestors by the ocean. Those two things I just said, write those down. But especially the fish tank. That's like having Pisces in your fourth house. If you have Pisces in your fourth house and you don't have a fish tank, like, what are you doing? Get a fish tank. Um, as a man, Dogecoin is down 5.3%. Damn. As a Scorpio moon, I bury self-deception and lies. It got me nowhere. I have no Pisces, Gemini, or Scorpio placements. Ooh, hmm, interesting. If you have no Scorpio placements, it's really easy for people to lie to you. I'm so bad at flirting, but somehow I'm funny and charming. Oh, oh, damn, these are a lot of comments. Okay, okay, let me get back on track here. Okay, so something else to keep in mind for 2025 is going to be, um, now I've been having dreams about Elon Musk. Pause, because the dreams that I've been having about Elon Musk have been like these like nefarious type dreams, to where it kind of like substantiates these like intuitive feelings that I get about Elon Musk. Like somebody trying to play the good guy that's actually like has nefarious intent, like malicious intent. That's actually like nefarious minded. That's actually like, we shouldn't let this person gain power because we would be in trouble. But if you look at it though, the way he's been able to gain power though, has been really sneaky. It's been really like chess move like, because what you are viewing is not a genius at work, but somebody who's able to capitalize off of the ideas of others and manipulate people and put them in positions to where he can utilize their power. Twitter isn't his invention. Tesla is not his invention. PayPal was not his invention. But he gets credited for these, and like it's his brain behind it, and then he's like the genius. But really, what's happening is, first he told you to beware of AI, because bringing in AI is like bringing in the demon. But then in the backhand, he is the one that is ushering in AI. The fuck? Anyway, I'm not going to get too deep down that rabbit hole. I will just say, North Node being in Pisces is directly connected to the advancement of neural links. So please, it's a slippery slope. Don't let me catch you out here in one of these iPhone type standing lines of you trying to get a neural link. They're gonna drop something, y'all, that is going to be so it's going to grab your attention so much that it's going to sell itself. I'm telling you right now, the same way that they got us out here like we need more TikTok, the same way that they got people out here just like fiending for iPhones, fiending for like these new inventions. There's going to be a ploy to get people to fiend for VR, to where you're going to be spending 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours of your day with the headset on. That's going to be 2025. Don't believe me, just watch. Oh, okay. So I said something earlier that just came to mind. So for the whole year of 2025, I will make Patreon membership $1. I'm gonna stick to my word. Starting the 1st of January, but you might see it sooner than that. If I get time, I might just create it today, so you can go sign up for it today or tomorrow. But officially, on the 1st of January, I will make Patreon membership $1. And that's because of y'all, because of your actions today with the badges. So I'm grateful. But there's something else really important that I had on my mind for 2025. Um, what do y'all think is going to happen at this inauguration? Show of hands for people that think it's going to be a smooth flowing inauguration. Thank you. Might have to get a fish tank. Oh, Jess, yeah, Jess, get a fish tank. Um, and Jess, if you have planets in your fourth house, like let's say you have Mars in your fourth house, Jess, you can get redfish. Side note, has anybody been seeing Mars in the sky for the past few days? It's been like right above my window. It's been super red. I don't know if anybody's been like looks up at the sky, but Mars has been like super red for like the past few days. It's been really a sight to see. Um, how long is this live? Sometimes when they're too long, it takes me a long time to upload it to YouTube. But I'm thinking this is gonna be like a 2 hour live. Damn it. Um, so I'm gonna find a place to end this. Um, so some other things to pay attention to for 2025 is drugs. Don't listen. Check in with your people that are easily influenced, that have an addictive personality. Check on them in 2025 because y'all, when I say drugs, oh my God, Belly is going to be a shit show. Listen, Belly is one of the 5D readers. She's a Virgo rising. What does that mean? She's on her shit when it comes to astrology. All right, Virgo risings, y'all know y'all are like great astrologers. So she seconds that it's going to be a shit show. All right. This is one of the Belly's one of the people I've been teaching for the past 2 years on Patreon. All right. Um, listen to us. We're not joking. Listen to any other astrologer who says, and like the thing is, it's like we're not trying to be pessimist at all. But the lineup for 2025 looks fucking tough. Like, almost like that energy, like, oh, we're fucked. But I'm not that type of pessimist to tell you that we're fucked. I would try to give you like silver linings. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm giving you the silver linings to look out for. But 2025 is going to be tough, 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 tough. Okay? Okay. Um, Also, side note, there are going to be a lot of um, let me find a way to come back to say what I'm going to say, but in a kinder way, in a way that's less harsh. So the reason why I say drugs is because I mean you're going to have people out here. They're going to bring in new drugs, like drugs you've never seen before, drugs you've never heard of before, like lab made drugs, y'all. Like, but it's going to be some type of digital. Something's telling me it's going to be like some type of digital drug. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna leave that the same way I just got it downloaded. A digital drug. I have no idea what it means. We'll see what it means. But there's gonna be some type of drug that comes out that's gonna be connected to like AI in a way. That's gonna be connected to like getting you high, but like on AI. I don't know what that means. I don't know what half of these downloads be meaning, boy. Um, I will say though, don't, don't fall for the okie doke when it comes to these lockdowns though. These lockdowns, they're going to try to put us back in a lockdown, but the thing that they're not taking into account this time is that Uranus and Gemini is strengthening us. So that is the silver lining. The power is going to go back to the people due to Pluto in Aquarius times Uranus and Gemini. But it depends on us, meaning, okay, so I know that I'm not going to sit up here. The fuck? Okay, I'm not going to sit up here and sugarcoat it. Um, what the fuck? What was I about to say? My camera did this weird thing, and I lost what I was gonna say. Um, oh, okay, that's what I was gonna say. So it depends on us coming together collectively. All right. Now you're going to notice there is going to be a strategic plot to cause people to not come to like separate, to not speak together, right? That's why I'm saying it's going to be another lockdown because Uranus into Gemini, it does one of two things. It either causes social conflict or it strengthens social cohesion, which means that we're going to go one of two routes and it's going to be hyper fixated either route that we go, meaning that people are going to be all about we're going to come together as a collective or civil war separate. So it's either going be civil war or it's going to be collective consciousness. Now, Pluto in Aquarius is extremely important because it is the psychology of the collective. So that's why right now they were trying to kill TikTok because the psychology of the collective is strengthening more so on a grand scale than ever before. More so than it was when the Industrial Revolution happened, because when the Industrial Revolution took place, there was not artificial intelligence. There was not the internet. I couldn't connect with somebody in Libya, with somebody in Egypt, with somebody in Madagascar in 2.5 seconds like I can do right now. Back in that time, I would have to send a letter and hope that it got there. So people have to realize that the connection, the chances for a social revolution is more powerful now than ever before because Pluto has never been in Aquarius with AI around before that we are aware of, because that history was buried. Um, y'all know that, right? Y'all know they've had electric cars, it had AI, they have flying, like they had flying cars, like all this shit before, right? Y'all know this, especially if you've been watching my lectures for years. You know this. Everything that we've done with the flying cars and the walkie-talkies and the blah blah, it's been here in the 1800s. They had wireless technology. They had Wi-Fi. They had the internet. But it's new to a lot of people because a lot of people forgot due to the reset. Um, okay, but that's all, man. When I say that's all, meaning like I really had to go to the bathroom again. I gotta go to the bathroom again. Um, I'm like the worst person to do a road trip with because whoo, the amount of times we would stop for me to go to the restroom, boy. But let me tell you something that's going to be this guy right here, Mars. Track Mars through 2025, especially when Mars makes it to Virgo, when Mars makes it to um, Pisces. Now, pay attention to what I'm about to say, because when it happens, I might go live again and say, hey, the thing that I said in that the last live that I did for 2024 is happening now. So pay attention to when Mars enters Aquarius and when Mars enters Pisces. Matter of fact, when Mars enters the last three, okay, the highest earth, the highest water, the highest air. So when Mars enters Capricorn, what you are going to witness is political assassinations, maybe even the death of a king, president, that type of thing. Okay? When Mars enters Aquarius, hopefully not, but what you could expect or could see: school shootings, concert shootings, um, uh, kamikaze bombings. Like I tweeted something a while ago saying that you're about to see the reemergence of kamikaze bombers. And then right after I tweeted that, like, I think like two or three kamikaze bombings happened like the next week. You're going to see that happening in 2025 like no other. Kamikazes, like large group, like bombings of large groups of people. Drive-by shootings, I hope not. I hope not. but it's going to be more so like a flyby, like in a helicopter, drone, that type of thing, like kamikaze drones. Yes, that's the thing that I tweeted exactly. Kamikaze drones. Now, ooh, so Kikane, I hope that's how you say your name, Kikane. You know where I'm going with this. This is going to be something sick to witness, but it's going to happen. You're going to have people that are going to use drones to unalive large groups of people. Like you can have people at a Disney World, at whatever, concerts, and next thing you know, you're going to have a drone coming out of nowhere shooting people. Maybe even drop like a homemade ice bomb on people. Ice bomb. Remember what I just those words I just said, ice bomb. Because you will see ice bomb in 2025. Um, so yeah, that's one thing to look out for. Um, when Mars enters into Pisces, that, that's when you're going to see more of a conflict with Taiwan, maybe even, hopefully not, but where Mercury is, depending on where Mercury is, because if Mars, when Mars goes into Pisces, that might be damn near next fall. So Mercury. Anyway, I'm trying to do the math in my head. So anyway, I don't want to bore y'all with doing these astrological calculations in my head, but that is what to pay attention to. 2025. Okay. Um, Now another thing to pay attention to is a lot of your favorite influencers, a lot of the people you follow online. One or two things are going to happen. Either they're not going to be online and they're going to revert to private communities. You're also going to see like people, should I say that? You're going to see people die online. That's one of my predictions for, it's on my prediction list for 2025, Unalive on Live. What I mean by that prediction is that you're going to see like, y'all remember when we had that phase of, I'm so sorry, I have to go to the bathroom. Then I'm going to come back and end this. Oh my God. Okay. So to come back and end this, um, man, I've been here for damn near 2 hours. Oh my God. Every time I go into a live thinking, I'm just gonna do a quick 20-minute, 30-minute live. It never goes that way. It never goes that way. So is life. So is such as life. So let me end this with saying this. So yes, that is something that you're going to see on live in 2025. People dying, people unaliving themselves. But the thing to pay attention to now with Pluto, Pluto takes a long time for things to actualize. Like Pluto is a slow moving generational planet, nodal point, right? Luminary energy. You were about to mention a phase we went through. I'm sorry. Whoop. Um. Uh, okay. So yeah. So right now we are. You have me thinking about what I was going to say. Right now we are in the phase of. Oh. Okay. Okay. So one or two things are going to happen, right? So you're going to have people that are going to be like, okay, that's what brought me here. People are going to be dying online, but you're going to have a lot of people that are going to vanish from online, like straight up disappear. Like the internet itself is going to die. The internet is going to die, meaning that the way that we know the internet today is dunzo. Hello? Meaning that www, typing in that, yada, let me go to this website. What is your website? Yeah, that's dead. That's going to die physically. Wrap it up. There's going to be a new internet that comes in that's going to be solely based on AI, um, and this personal connection with AI. Like the way that you can see this happening, and I need what I'm about to say, I need everybody in this motherfucker to be extremely truthful with everybody else and yourself. How many times do you find yourself using AI instead of Google? Like instead of for people that use Chat GPT 3, how many times do you go to chat and you ask Chat GPT 3 a question versus going straight to Google? Caught you. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So the answer you just said to yourself, that is what's going to happen for the masses. Everybody's going to be doing that. Everybody's going to be doing that. AI is the next phase of the internet. Millennials, we saw the birth of the internet. Okay, just like we saw, let's say, the birth of VCRs, we saw the death of VCRs, we saw the birth of CDs, we saw the death of CDs, we saw the birth of the internet, we're going to see the death of the internet. We are seeing the birth of AI, which is the next internet. Y'all, I don't think y'all understand this. Instead of you spending 20 minutes to build a website, you know how today you can go to Wix, Squarespace, Shopify, like all of these websites, you can take the time to spend like 20 minutes to be like, let me enter in all these details, let me build my website. And sometimes it might take you like a full blown week, like a cool ass week to launch a website. With AI, that same website that took you a week to launch is now going to take you 15 minutes. because you're not physically doing any manpower. You're saying, I want my website to look like this. These are my products. These are the words I want to be used. Here's my target audience. Yada, like blah, blah, blah. Here's everything I want to happen in my life. Now you take everything, you make a product out of it. And AI is going to say, you got it. Here's everything you just told me, and here's your new product. You're going to be able to take an idea into creation. You know how like you sit in your room and you're like, damn, this invention would be really cool. Why has nobody ever thought about creating new toilet paper? Because we've been using the same toilet paper forever. Sometimes people get crumbs on their butt from the toilet paper. Like that's rudimentary. Why do we do this to ourselves? This should take the place of toilet paper, or this should take the place of like towels, because people are using towels to wipe dirt back onto their bodies. So maybe we should, like, those type of inventions that you think about all day is not only going to be created by AI, but it's going to be hard for you to protect them. What did I just say? Now, privacy means I have something up here and I'm not gonna launch it until it's ready. Y'all know how we say this thing online, like, don't tell people your plans until it's ready. Don't tell people what you're doing until you make the move, because people go try to sabotage your moves. Y'all know how we say that, right? Now it's gonna be hard to not tell people your moves, because AI is already gonna have your moves before you make them. It's gonna be hard to guard them. As I make this video, as you listen to me speak right now, they have models of AI learning how to read your brain. They have AI learning how to use Wi-Fi to read your brain, how to use sound to read your brain, to read your thoughts. Your thought is a wave. Your thought is an electromagnetic signal that can be picked up by AI, which is why when you're in your room and you're like, damn, I need some new cat food, you get a cat food advertisement on your phone. You're like, the fuck? How did that just happen? Interception. AI intercepted your thought. And so that is what I mean, going back to what I said earlier when I said 2025 is going to be the battle for the subconscious mind, your pineal gland. And I'm sorry to say this, but for a lot of people, you already lost the war because you already took the jab. Your subconscious mind is already compromised. Damn, I hope what I just said doesn't get this video banned on YouTube. When I say jab, I mean oatmeal. Moderators. When I say you took the jab, I mean you ate a bowl of oatmeal, so you can't ban this video. But a lot of people, let's say they've already taken, you see, the reason why November Bay, I see you with the nice avatar there. You probably a Libra rising. Sorry, y'all. I got Saturn and Neptune leaving my fifth house. Your boy's gonna be flirting all 2025, shooting shots like Kobe. Get at me. Anyway, let me be serious here. Let me be serious. Listen. I'm probably gonna sound like a broken record with what I just said here, or what I'm about to say here. But there's a reason why the, that thing that I can't say or I'll get banned, the ticker that is in bodies, it's the reason why there's an element called luciferase in that, okay? And there's a reason why historically there is a battle between Lucifer and Christ, and then your pineal gland is Christ consciousness, and the reason for the is to attack the pineal gland, to attack Christ consciousness, because it is the seat of the consciousness, the subconscious mind. The jibber is to attack the pineal gland, to attack the subconscious mind, the house of Christ, the house of the ophthalmus. And in a way, this is going to make sense to maybe a few, but the house of Persephone, because Pluto kidnapped Persephone, and Pluto is the deep psychology. So Neptune, Pisces, North Node means that. Do y'all remember something I said not too long ago when I said that McDonald's, Walmart, like all these companies are trying to advertise to you in your dreams? Do y'all remember that? Okay. McDonald's advertising to you in your dreams is Pluto and Aquarius. Let me take it back 1 second. Let me take it back. Aquarius not only represents the firmament, the sky, it's your dome, as above, so below. What sits inside the dome is Pisces. Okay? Trying to advertise to you in your dreams are ruled by Neptune. Your dreams are ruled by Pisces, by Jupiter. So in 2025, the focus is going to be on your subconscious mind. It's going to be on your dreams, because the direction for the collective is the North Node, and it's Pisces. Pluto, the deep psychological aspect of your personality, is going to be in Aquarius. So it's trying to garner power over the collective psyche. Pluto in Aquarius is the collective psyche. Okay? Also, you're going to have Uranus in Gemini. I know, like, the things that I'm probably saying are like, it's gonna make way more sense when it actually happens. When it actually happens. Minority Report, yes. Like talking cars, bro. Like Knight Rider type shit. But okay, I hope this makes sense. I hope this makes sense. Y'all know all of these updates that's coming out with like your iPhone, your MacBook, Chat GPT, like everything. If I see a badge in the next 2 minutes, I'll say it for another 10 minutes. If I don't, I'm gonna end it right here. Okay. Um, I'm trying to give y'all a second to work with them fingers. No, okay, but Damn, what was I about to say? Uh, damn, all of a sudden my thoughts are leaving me. Somebody feed the meter, quick. Um, no, but really, Knight Rider is really ahead of his time. The thoughts are slowly coming back to me. I think I said something about updates to your phone. Okay, so you know how like your phone, your watch, all of these devices, like with the push of a button, you could send an update to your phone and your phone gets smarter. Your MacBook gets smarter. Wow, technology. So what's gonna happen is you all remember the Matrix when they were on the roof and Neo was dodging the bullets, which is like probably the best part of the Matrix. Um, y'all better tap in. That's what I'm saying, Pat. Pat already got me the badge. Badges just jog my memory for some reason. Um, um, Me popping back in distracted you. It must be your face card, November. Y'all better stop. You better stop. I ain't trying to shoot my shot in front of all these people, November. I guess I gotta see what your natal chart look like first. Let me stop, man. Let me stop. Listen, I ain't gonna have no shame next year though. I haven't been flirting for the past 3 years because Saturn and Neptune has been in my fifth house. But listen, next year, if you see your boy out with a pretty little thing, I'm auditioning. I'm interviewing. So mind your business. But here's what I was gonna say.